What is going on? We're going to start off with a little bit of reading. I'm going to get through this real quick. We are totally destroying the terrorist regime of Iran, militarily, economically, and otherwise. Yet, if you read the failing New York Times, you would incorrectly think that we are not winning. Iran's navy is gone, their air force is no longer, missiles, drones, and everything else are being decimated, and their leaders have been wiped from the face of the earth. We have unparalleled firepower, unlimited ammunition, and plenty of time. Watch what happens to these deranged scumbags today. They've been killing innocent people all over the world for 47 years, and now I, as the 47th President of the United States of America, am killing them. What a great honor it is to do so. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. We are dealing with fucking psychopaths. Granted, I don't believe for a second that he typed that out and sent it. There's obviously teams that do this, but it's the same language we're hearing from that absolute loser fucking psychopath, Pete Hegseth, when he is saying things like death and destruction, unrelenting death and destruction from above. They are bombing schools. They are bombing water purification plants. They are causing utter chaos and misery for the Iranian people. And there are MAGA worshipers, Trump worshipers, that are actually saying and believing and cheering that he is bringing freedom to these people. Yes, because when I think of freedom, I think of bombing little girls' schools. It's incredible what we are dealing with. Utter psychopathy. Murder. I mean, have you listened to Lindsey Graham? America's good at killing people. No, we're not. It's not American culture. It's not American values. This is Israeli-controlled military operations. Has been since the early 1900s. Let's just start at World War I. Since then, this has all been for the state of Israel. This has nothing to do with America. Real people that actually genuinely care about freedom and the expansion of consciousness and being a sovereign spiritual being and being a good moral man or a good moral woman. We have no interest in any of these things. We understand that the self-defense principle and the non-aggression principle is how you achieve freedom, because you do not violate the rights of another sovereign sentient being. But that is not what we do. We murder endlessly. We pour all of our tax money that is stolen from us at a barrel of a gun for murder, for death. It's insane to me the level of delusion I am seeing coming from people that claim to care about America, claim to care about freedom, while they're cheering on this deranged man-child. And no, I'm not on the left or the right. I am a sovereign spiritual being. I don't believe in children's games. I don't believe in man-made authority. It is a delusion. It is a belief system, and belief is the enemy of truth. There is no such thing as authority vested in man. But all of these people walking around thinking they're good people while supporting the murder and the starvation of children, of innocent men and women in other countries, you're despicable beings. It's that simple. And the amount of people that call themselves, their handles are red pill this or awakened this, while cheering on the fact that Trump, on behalf of Israel, on behalf of Zog, has gone in and taken out Venezuela. What does that have? Newsflash for all of you MAGA worshipers, or are you deranged leftists? We are not the police of the world. That is not our job. That is not our right. That is not our responsibility. Our own country has been destroyed from within through evil, evil satanic ideologies, taxation that is out of control, the manipulation of currencies. We have been destroyed. Our country has been invaded deliberately. Yes, by your little daddy Trump, by the way, with all of his H-1B visas and all of the stuff, all of the legal invasion, so to speak. You people are jokes. All of you MAGA worshipers. He single-handedly is doing more damage to this country than we have ever seen. And he's ushering in things that are going to destroy this world. When you think about what's going on with AI, when you think about what's going on with the planned the destruction of Western civilization, and all of you justify and excuse this behavior. Pete Hegseth is a fucking psychopath. Lindsey Graham is a fucking psychopath. Trump, the way he talks as a man-child, is a psychopath. And the fact that anybody could take these people seriously as they laugh and cheer as children's schools are bombed, as countries that we have no business dealing with are being destroyed. Nobody's talking about what they're doing to Lebanon right now. They're bombing civilian apartment complexes. Why would they be doing that? Why would Cuba be the next target? Why are they going after every fucking country right now? How does this benefit America at all? How does it benefit humanity at all to see all of this death and destruction constantly while all you pieces of shit out there excuse it and justify it and look the other way and act like it's not going to come back to us? It's going to come back to us in full force. As soon as they have all their countries under control and the Great Israeli Project has been realized and they put in their AI control system, all of this death and destruction, this control, what they did to the Palestinians will come to you, will come to me. Hey, but maybe you'll still be cheering it on and thinking that you have a savior coming in an expensive suit, because these people are the same people that are spending hundreds of millions of dollars on fancy food and furniture, living lives of luxury that we could only imagine, as they price us out of everything, price us out of life, while they just steal and manipulate and destroy. That is all they do. They steal, they manipulate, they steal, and they destroy. That is all they do. That is all they have ever done, and it blows my fucking mind, and it breaks my heart, and it saddens my spirit to see that at this day and age, in 2026, with so much access to information, that people still support this shit. People still willing to put on a uniform and go fight for Israel when they know if you just look at your phone for a little bit and you just do a little bit of research, you'll see that you don't fight for the American Constitution, you don't fight for the U.S. Constitution, you don't fight for the Bill of Rights, you don't fight for our defense. Never have. You fight for Israel. That's all you've ever done. And now you have Lindsey Graham and you have senators saying that I don't stand with isolationists, I don't stand with constitutionalists, I stand with Israel until the day I die. What do you do with that? These are senators, these are politicians that are telling you to your face that they have an affinity, a preference, a fucking obligation to another foreign country before the one that they're supposed to be protecting and trying to build up. Our country's been fucking destroyed. Roads, infrastructure, bridges, schools. I don't give a shit about allopathic hospitals, but everything has been destroyed. Everything is shit. Everywhere you go is shit. You can't get away from the thugification of America, and then people think that's our culture and our values. It's not. It's not. The ghetto rap music and the twerking and the fucking TikTok dances and the pranks where they're messing with senior citizens and all the shit that these people do, this isn't us. We hate it. We want no part of it. We want it out of our fucking country. But that's what people around the world think is our country. That's what we export. We export the thugification of the world. Everywhere you go, you can't get away from it. You go to a high school sporting event, what are they doing? They're playing the most ghetto music you can imagine. It's not us. Now, the unfortunate part to all of this is that this is a numbers game. It is a numbers game. And we need over 50% of the population to understand what's really going on and to behave accordingly in order for it to change. And we're at less than 3%, easily, that actually know, that don't sit on their hands and wait for a savior, that they understand that authority invested in man is immoral and it's an illusion that always ends in tyranny. It has always ended in tyranny. There are no degrees to slavery. You can't be a little bit enslaved. So if 30% of your income is stolen from you and it's given to foreign countries, which it is, by the way, obviously, given to Israel, we give Israel $4 billion, $5 billion a year that we're told about. And while their country thrives and their birth rate thrives, the Western civilization is being destroyed You think that's a coincidence? It's not. Trump was put in place to do exactly what he's doing. None of this is by accident. None of this is a mistake. None of this is happenstance. It is age-old religious warfare. Now, there is news that the world could smile if it's true, and it looks like it is, and that is that Netanyahu, Milikowski is his real name. He has no ties to Israel. He is Polish. But there's news that he has left this realm. And all of the videos that they're pulling out to try to prove that he still exists, proof of life videos, just got really windy. They're being ran through AI detectors. And every AI detector is saying the same thing. Most likely AI generated. So now if that's true, that is huge. Not that there's not another psychopath to fill his shoes, but just to have that level of an evil piece of shit gone, it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. It's a good thing. It really is. It really does sadden my heart, sadden my spirit to see how many people are cheering this shit on. Men and women both. And look at what we did with all of the Epstein stuff that came out. Yes, it's a distraction, but the fact that nobody's talking about it. Are you kidding? Every one of your politicians, all of your bankers and your Hollywood elites, Hollywood elite class, I always put parentheses because I hate the word elite, because none of these people are elite anything. They are degenerate, satanic pieces of shit. So when people use the elites, it makes me sick. What are they elite at? They're liars, they're manipulators, they're schemers, they're thieves, and they're fucking mass murderers. Men and women alike. What are they elite at? Being pieces of shit? That's what's so unfortunate about this, is that evil is fucking flourishing because people that think they're good people are still just ignoring all of this evil. They're actually supporting it. How could anybody look at or listen to someone like Trump, this character, hear him talk lies out of every side of his mouth? Every fucking word he says is a goddamn lie. It contradicts the thing he said before, which is every politician, obviously. But this is the most worshipped one that I've ever seen. Well, Obama's pretty worshipped too, and he destroyed this country. He destroyed the black community, and they still don't hold him accountable for it. But how could you look at someone like Trump and not just feel it like secondhand embarrassment? This man is a piece of shit. Oh, we're thinking about going in and taking Cuba. What do you mean taking Cuba? Well, trying to save it. Or we could take it. I could do whatever I want with it. Who the fuck are you? Take Greenland. Who the fuck are you? It makes me sick. And people worship this shit. While they look at their children and their grandchildren, and then they smile and they take pictures and they make these memories, while the thing they're supporting is murdering innocent children on the other side of the world, and you think you're a good person, you got another thing coming when you leave this realm. Because your energy is making this possible. Your belief is making this possible. The fact that you think these people have the right to hold the positions that they hold, that these positions are even legitimate, your soul is going to have another thing coming when you leave this realm. You look at your children and you smile while the people you support mass murder children in Gaza, mass murder children in Lebanon, drone strike children in Somalia, and fucking what's going on with Ukraine and Russia, all of it for the greater Israeli project. And you support it because you think Trump is your daddy. You think Trump is here to save America. You people make me sick. This is my second time making this video. I made the same video yesterday, but it was so angry. And it was so aggressive. And this one's coming off the same way, but I don't give a shit. I'm just going to post it. We're running out of time. We are running out of time with the shit that they want done. And you think about what Israel needs done by October 2nd, 2027. Look into that date. Look what they need done by then. The destruction of Amalek. What is Amalek? Who is Amalek? That's Western civilization. The destruction in the destruction of New Rome. Well, what is New Rome? Who is New Rome? Oh, that's America. Okay, so why? Look into these things. You have to understand we're dealing with a religious war that has nothing to do with us. And if you're in the military, take your uniform off. What are you doing? I promise you, if you can hear these words through the ether, I pray that you can. I promise you, you'll be able to make money to feed your family. I promise you. I know a big excuse is always, oh, I have a family to feed. This is just my job. It's not just your job. Your soul is on the line. Your soul is on the line. If you work for any of these death and destruction organizations or businesses or AI companies, your soul is on the line. I promise you, you'll find a way to feed your family. You don't have to harm other living human beings to make money. You don't. You don't. I promise you, you'll make money a different way. Or the universe will conspire to assist you in something because you are finally living in alignment. You are not going against your own spiritual sense, spiritual state and aligning with evil, for fuck's sake. You are not doing anything for America if you have on a uniform right now. You are solely working for Israel. Point blank, period. Take your uniform off. We are running out of time. You know, I'll end it on this because I saw this the other day. He's already owned the building for a while, but it's just more, I don't know, centralized now, I guess you could say. But Larry Silverstein, do you remember that name? He was the owner of the Twin Towers. He just happened to get terrorism insurance months before 9/11. And a couple years after 9/11, guess who took in $4.5 billion, close to $5 billion in insurance settlement? Larry Silverstein. Luckily, he wasn't even at the office that day. Somehow, he just decided not to go to work that day. Anyway, as this war isn't exactly popular with these pieces of shit like Pete Hegseth and Trump, you fucking psychopaths, as the war is not that popular, they're going to have to find a way to drum up support. And what have they always done throughout history? What has every country always done when they needed support? They have false flags. Now on the West Coast, in California, you have the U.S. Bank building, one of the tallest buildings in California. Guess who owns it? Larry Silverstein. Isn't that something? He owned the Twin Towers. Now he's in the news again for solidifying the U.S. Bank building. Excuse me. And how metaphorical would it be? What a metaphor it would be if they just happened to have a false flag with the U.S. Bank building. The destruction and watching the U.S. Bank building crumble being a metaphor for the U.S. finally crumbling. Because if we don't stop what's going on, if people don't stop participating in these fucking endless wars, that's what's going to happen. We have such a beautiful country. People from around the world, unless they come here, they have no clue. Unless they drive, you know, if they don't just go to Orlando or go to LA or go to New York. But our country, if you've been lucky enough to drive east to west or just did a decent amount of traveling around it's absolutely beautiful. We have everything we need here. We have all the space in the world to grow enough food to feed everybody here. We have everything we need. And then if we could tap into the etheric energy that our ancestors had access to, we don't need anything. And it's being destroyed. What's happening to the children are still being destroyed. The youth is still being destroyed. What these smartphones are doing to their brains is so devastating. The weakness of the youth is just exploding. And we're allowing it all. That's what's so sad about it. It's so obvious to see what's happening, and we're just allowing it all. It's unfortunate. It really is. But that's enough ranting for me. I'm going to go to the gym for a little bit. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about this because I truly can't believe the amount of support and delusion I hear coming out of people that say that they are pro-American or pro-freedom. And they even use names like Red Pill this and Awakened that. And they're supporting this shit. And they think Trump's bringing freedom to Iran. You people are so lost. And it's sad to see because you're close, because you know about vaccines, or you know about nutrition, you know about other things that are going on in the world, occult machinations, but for some reason you're hung up on Trump. I mean, how can you know everything? How can you know about all the other conspiracy facts? How can you see what's going on in this world and then still be hung up on Trump like he's going to help you, like he's doing something great for this country? Not seeing who he is beholden to. The synagogue of Satan. Anyway, I'm out of here. But as always, if you've managed to remain human throughout all these years, and you're still holding on, and you're still connecting with nature on a regular basis, and you're trying to live as a strong, moral, authentic, spiritual being, sovereign being, and you've stayed human through all of this, thank you. Forever grateful for your spirit. I wish more of us could live in similar time zones and similar zip codes so we could link up and just shoot the shit and be around people that actually care. Because it's hard to meet people in real life that do. But anyway, until next time, as always, take care of yourself. Get outside. No sunscreen, no sunglasses. Get as much sun on your skin as possible. And train your ass off. Because even though we're facing hard times and it's hard to see the point in anything, you don't stop. You just keep going. You know, those thoughts creep into my head all the time. It's like, what the fuck's the point? I mean, look what's happening in the world. But you still got to keep on. I'm going to go bust my ass in the gym for a little bit and go eat some good food and call it a night. But I hope wherever you are, you're doing well. Take care of yourself. Never behind.